Hello. It feels now that as we continue to come home to ourselves and who and what we really truly are, where we simply remember our self and all of the illusions, the veils, the parts that have been covering us up, these facades that we've been existing behind and in these constructed expressions of the self that we've portrayed because really we've forgotten temporarily who and what we really truly are, at least partially, to the point where we feel that we need to have these constructed expressions, versions of self in order to fit in order to survive, really, in this current experience of the world that we're in, that we're having. As we continue to come into our authentic self and our authenticity, our truth, these parts, these veils, these false expressions, you could say, of self are falling away, yet there are still some aspects of those parts of us that are, well, resistant, yes, and yet really simply embracing it all of us, including that, and loving it, allowing our greater and higher perception to be discerning what aspects of ourselves are true and real, what aspects are constructed and false. In allowing that, yet embracing it all, then there becomes this gentle and loving, well, acceptance of all of us and all that we are, and simultaneously this loving filtering, I guess we could say, about the parts of us that are false, the parts of us that are not in harmony with our truth, ourselves. Just allowing those to be not rejected, but released and set aside to some degree, but again, not pushed out of our energy entirely, not pushed against, yet just let go. And then we become more and more fully in our authenticity, our true self, our authentic, divine, pure self. And these other parts of us, even though we haven't pushed them away, they'll eventually just kind of fade away, dissipate gently. Although, yes, there will sometimes be some resistance, the parts of them, us, that don't want to be lost, the parts that feel, because they've been part of our identity, our constructed self for so long, that they've been in charge and they're really afraid to lose that control and to be let go, to feel that they're not needed anymore, even though ultimately that's the truth. When those energies, those aspects of our energy that we've been maintaining, but now that we are outgrowing them and just remembering and realizing that in truth they are not representative of our real self. They're just not needed. They can fade away. There's still those parts of us that will cling on, and the parts of us that are fading away. And we see this not only within ourselves, we see it reflected and mirrored back to us in the world. the old structures, the old institutions, the old energies that do not serve us as a collective, as humanity, and do not serve the well-being of the planet, of individuals on many levels. We see all of that beginning to fade away, crumble, however you want to describe it, as more and more light is shined upon it, and the truth is seen and realized by more and more of us. Then we just simply see that those energies, those expressions, those aspects, those creations don't serve, and maybe they never did. However, they've all played a purpose. So in that sense, yes, they have served on some level. It may be something that we as a collective or just certain individuals, maybe some things, lessons that we had to learn, and these old energies were there to help us to learn those lessons, serving a purpose, to teach us, even though they may not have ever served the greater good. All of these things are becoming more and more clear what they are and who and what they are, and are being seen more in the light of truth. And those that do not serve are now being released by more and more. And again, this is on a collective level, and it's within us individually, simultaneously, because as within, so without. And so those parts that they are fading away, yet there are sometimes a great number of them that are holding on or clinging, reacting, because they don't want to lose the position that they've had within us or externally. They don't want to lose the power. And these, again, this goes for all of these parts of us within, as it does for on a macro scale, globally, nationally, however you want to see it, societally, culturally. And so it's this kind of filtering or readjusting of what serves and is in truth and is of benefit and good, value and love for us individually within, and for all externally without. And being able to realize that and integrate that, and at the same time let go of the energies, that which does not serve, again, within as without. And so there's this kind of releasing of the old that doesn't serve, and at the same time the greater realizing of the true, not necessarily the new as such. It's what's always been here, what is always here. And it's kind of a coming home to that and remembering and a realizing of that. There's this, it's not separation, because it's all, we're all still in this one energy. It's just that which does not serve anymore is returning to the light. And that which does serve and is true is already the light. And it's this reintegration, this readjustment, renewing, and moving into what we can say is new. This creation and co-creation of experiences that we may not have had before. This really bringing together what you could call the higher energies with the physical, what you might call the lower densities, dimensions. It's bringing together all of this, and this is new, at least in this realm that we're experiencing right now. As such, it's being experienced and accomplished in new ways. And as the old continues to go away or be returned into the light, then the new comes into greater and greater presence and focus and being. And it feels like this is where we are right now. And as we continue in this experience, it continues to feel lighter and lighter and more beautiful. And I feel this is something that's happening for all of us, whether consciously we may be aware of it or not. Although if you're watching this video, you are very much aware of it. If you're watching this and resonating with it. And this continues to unfold in new and beautiful ways. And you feel, I'm sure, this unfolding in yourself and this beautiful returning and remembering and realizing who and what you really truly are. And this is a beautiful, amazing thing to experience. And I am honored and blessed and grateful to share it with you. See you next time. Love you.